Hello, and thank you for watching our video today with creating Coghlans. So today I'm going to be going over and reorganizing my girls' toys, and I'm going to be taking out the stations, which are just the bins of sorted toys that I have out for them right now, and putting them in the closet and pulling out some new ones. So right now I am just putting all the ponies away and then the tea party stuff in that clear tote. Just kind of gathering up all the stuff that's just around and disassembling the things that can be disassembled so this toy can store flat. Okay, so here I am just taking that wooden Keurig and I am grabbing all the parts and putting it in that pink and white plastic tote because I noticed that all the parts could fit in there. Then I'm also separating out all of our wooden tea party sets, as well as our plastic tea party sets and our tin, just to make sure I have all the pieces and I know that they're all in there when I put them away. So this definitely takes a few minutes. This station has quite a few little parts, but that's usually why I kind of bring just this station out by itself. Just stacking all of the totes together so that I can get them in the closet. And those two empty shelves that you see are the ones that I put the toys on. And of course it falls over, so that's just nice since I just stacked it all. Okay, so the closet really looks like a mess and it's pretty much organized chaos. So I'm pulling out their dollhouses because I want to pull out their dollhouse station, which includes some of their little animals and then those 3 dollhouses. So their closet is not very big. It's honestly pretty small, but I don't keep any of their clothes in there. We did have that wipes box in there that had wipes in it. So I just emptied that out and threw the box away and pulled out the little wipes containers that we were going to use. And that container that I have right there is full of all of their people for their dollhouses. Now I'm starting to pull stuff out of the closet, and this is part of my deeper cleaning. I don't normally do this. Normally I would just take the dollhouse stuff out and put the tea party stuff back, but I wanted to reorganize. This was right after Christmas and it was just a mess. We have about twice as many toys as we normally do, and I'm still trying to get a feel for what we want to keep and what we don't. Okay, those black totes have clothes for the girls when they get bigger, and then the top one has shoes in it. So I was just making sure that I didn't want to get rid of anything in there. And then I found an empty tote, so I can use that. That is their LOL dolls that they just got. It's like a whole house for them. So technically we have 4 doll houses. And so I need to figure out if we're going to downsize those or if we're going to keep all 4 of those. And now I'm just putting all the tea party set in that one bin. I found it. I was so excited. Just making sure that I get all of those in there. Okay, pushing the boxes away, I will put those back. So this was another tea party set that they had before. This was a plastic Minnie Mouse one. And I just decided that instead of storing stuff in that big teapot that we had been, because it won't all fit in there, I'm going to use that as a bath toy. So I'm going to fill it up with the plastic toys that already came in there, and they're going to use that as a bath toy now. And that was just an empty bag I was showing you. So now you see all these blankets. They were actually nicely, well, I don't fold them, but they were like put in there more nicely and they just fell over when I pulled out those black totes, which, like I said, I don't normally pull all that stuff out, but this was a deeper clean of about the bottom half of the closet because there's a top half of the closet that has a shelf that I have some other stuff up there. But these are all of their toys that I rotate throughout the entire year. So these blankets, the reason I pulled all the totes out was that I knew we had so many blankets, and I'm having a hard time going through them because a lot of these are from when my daughter Ava was born, and for some reason with her we got so many blankets gifted to us. That was just kind of like people's go-to gifts when they didn't know what to give us, and so we had so many. So many of them are sentimental, but you just can only practically use so many blankets. So I'm using my system right now of donate, which you're seeing me throw on the other side of the bins. Keep and maybe. So the maybe pile is closest to me and the keep pile is closest to you in the camera. So now I'm pulling out their sleeping bags. I keep all of that in here, and we do actually use that as a station in itself. I'll pull out their little play tent and they'll have some blankets and sleeping bags and they play that usually for a couple days. That's pretty fun, but they do like doing that. So all their camping sleeping bags and just like play, the girls each have a play sleeping bag. Oh, and I found another part of a tin for a tea set, which is why I cleaned this all out. So yep, just pulling all this stuff out, and those are sleeping bags. Okay, that clear kind of purplish bin is what I was talking about the blankets were sitting in that they all just fell out of when the black totes came out. And that is our pack and play, the big brown thing, which we won't need for much longer, but we do need right now. So it sits in the bin in the back of the closet with the blankets. Okay, let's see here. Those princess dresses that you see, or I guess the dresses you see, those are princess dresses, and those are Ava and Brenna's dress-up dresses, and they aren't allowed to get those unless I say that it's okay. Okay. Oh, and they only get their princess dresses one at a time. All right, so I'm moving the yes, no, maybe piles around. Oh, that was so hard going through those blankets. I don't know how someone gets attached to a blanket, but I totally did, so. All right, these are the ones that I'm choosing to keep for them, which is probably still way too much, but I'm way too sentimental of a person right now to get rid of too many things. Okay, and that's their sheets. I know that's ridiculous. I end up folding them better later, don't freak out. But I also don't fold them very well, to be quite honest. I change their kids' sheets quite often, and so they don't need to be folded that well because they're just going to be taken back out again. Okay, now I'm restacking the black boxes, and I'm putting the blankets on top of the black boxes, which I feel like is going to be a better utilization of space. Okay, and then the pack and play goes back in there. Oh, and that's a pack and play sheet, which just makes sense to put it in there, but sorry if you're cringing that I didn't fold it. It's just real life. I don't fold it. Okay, so I'm folding it for you because I felt weird about it, so I'm kind of like balling it up. Oh, and there's a piece of a toy in there, so that's why it's good to go through all this stuff. And I really go through this stuff quite often, and I still find this, so. All right, these are the sheets that I use on a regular basis, and I stacked the sleeping bags back in there, and again with the blankets. Okay, the shopping cart goes back in there, as well as that big pink plastic stroller, which I was talking in my podcast how I think I'm just going to get rid of that thing, honestly. It's not the favorite one anyway. The little fold-up one is, and I don't know why I never thought about the fact that I should just get 2 fold-up ones, but we definitely need 3 because we have 3 kids. Okay, so this big tote that lives in the closet has mostly baby doll stuff in it, but it did have that Melissa and Doug mixer because we just got it for Christmas, and again, I don't have great places for these things yet, so I'm putting all the baby doll accessories into that little plastic clear tote thing. It had baby doll accessories in it when we bought it, so I figured it's a good place to store them. And then the rest of most of what is in that basket is going to be baby doll stuff, but I think I show you more later. And then when I moved all the stuff out, I realized that that tote is the perfect size to hold the mixer in. So I put the mixer over with the little wooden Keurig and the tea sets. Okay, this ballerina, it has a stand to it, and it looks pretty cool with the stand, but the stand keeps falling off. And so finally, I think I just ended up throwing it away because I was so frustrated with it. Anyway, the dog goes in that pouch, so I put him in there. And this would be a whole nother station. Like, I would just pull that bin out, and the girls have so many toys in there that they have fun for about a week just playing with all their stuffed animals. But other than their stuffed animals, like their special ones, they each have a couple. See, those are special stuffed animals, so they need to go on their bed. They really, they don't have other stuffed animals in their room, so. Okay, the sink just fit conveniently in there. Again, I don't have a great place for these things, but I figured I know where it is, so that works for right now. That silly ballerina. Ava really loves it, and it's a great ballerina. It's just like the stand doesn't work very well, so. Oh well, she got to use the ballerina, and I may or may not keep the stand. I think that's, yeah, I totally throw it away there. Okay, so Hey Hey and the Moana hook. So Hey Hey and the, Maui hook go right next to the Moana outfit, and in, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a Ziploc bag with the Moana outfit, and that has some flowers for Ava's hair, as well as a little oar, and some other sort of Moana paraphernalia. So anyway, Hey Hey and the Maui hook live right next to it so that we can easily grab it. And then we have a little black divider that fits some other toys. Now, there is room on when I'm standing, the left side of the closet, which is where I'm putting right now. We have 2 bins, 2 white bins that have extra clothes for the girls also. One that there's a purplish one on the bottom that has Ava's sentimental stuff, which is just way too hard for me to go through still. So we just keep that bin down there, and then the other one is clothes that they're going to grow into. And that's where I put all of the tea stuff. Okay, and that black thing that you saw was like a jewelry hanger. So when they have their princess dresses out, she can ask for her princess dresses, and she often does, and I'll just get her one at a time, but there's times when I take out multiple ones, and then she has all of her jewelry, and that is when I pull that little necklace hanger out. Okay, this LOL doll thing took me forever to figure out. It's for children. Why is it taking me so long to open? Anyway, it like holds them and stores them, and they can like stand on top and stuff, and Brenna just think, oh, there we go. Finally, good job, Carissa, figuring out a kid's toy. So, okay, so I'm trying to decide what dollhouses I want out right now, because that's 4 dollhouses, and that seemed like too many for me. So I decided on their LOL doll stuff because it's new, and it has inside of it, it's like a little shop, so you can see. It's really cute. And then that dollhouse that I have open is, it like says stuff, and the kids think it's so fun. So they really like that one. And then I feel like I'm attached to the Calico Critters one, which is the one right directly behind me with the red roof. I'm sorry, with like the darker red roof. And then the Peppa Pig one is the one with the red roof, which we really like too. So that's why we have so many dollhouses. Okay, now we are going through our toys. So then I decided, we're going through the little figurines. So I decided to just keep out some of the figurines and not all of the dollhouse stuff, because again, when there's too many little parts, the kids just get overwhelmed. So I definitely do that, where I just take a few of the pieces out and not all of them. Okay, so here's what we ended up with. We have their talking dollhouse right there. They have their karaoke machine that they use to play music with, and all of their things are located in that white box next to it that go with it, microphones, other CDs, that kind of stuff. If I get any CDs from the library, I put them directly in there so they don't get lost, and the trash can. Then we have the ballerina that I threw the base away to, because, I don't know, that base just kept falling apart, and quite honestly, I don't think Ava cares that it's on a base. Then we have the 2 little cars. We have their LOL dolls, little carrying case that hopefully they start playing with. I have it out. This will be the first time I have it out since we got it for Christmas. And then down here, I put all of their Vampirina stuff that they just got, their LOL dolls, and then the few pieces of furniture that they play with most. And quite honestly, I will probably have it sit like that, just so it encourages them to play with it rather than pushing it all the way back. And then in the closet, as you saw me reorganizing it all, maybe this seems crazy to people, maybe this seems like, I don't know, hectic, but I'm just working with what I have. So we have all of their dollhouse stuff and their strollers, shopping cart, all the baby stuff with the mixer located on top. The horses you saw me put away, the boxes, and those pink boxes I put back here. And their costumes, and then all that stuff up there. So yeah, they are not allowed in their closet, and it works out pretty well. Okay, so some things that stay out all the time are their rocking horse, their slide, and their balance board. Stay out all the time, just kind of popping around the room. And and then close the door for a second, sweetheart. Just a minute, okay? Thank you. And then I put their library books. I just took out all their Christmas books, which is why it's bare, but library books just go on this shelf. I just found it's easiest for me to put library books on that shelf and not deal with mixture of our books and library books. So we don't have any of our books out except for these 2 right now, and then Liam has a shelf in his room. Those diapers and wipes are going out into the living room, and then all of that is donate or give to my friends. Ava, say bye.
Bye. You can come in.
Yes.